What is up, everybody? This is my Impact Wrestling review. So let's get right into it. I want to get this wrestling review up for you guys. So let's get right into it to start off the show. We have Eddie Edwards versus Trey for the Impact World Championship. This was the first match of the night on Impact Wrestling. Trey versus Eddie Edwards for the Impact Wrestling Championship. This was a pretty decent match between Trey. This was a pretty decent match between Trey and Eddie Edwards for the Impact World Championship. This match was decent. I enjoyed it. It kept my attention. I was invested in this match between Trey and Eddie Edwards. I was invested because it kept my attention. And I'm a fan of Eddie Edwards and I'm a fan of Trey as well. I think both wrestlers are really good inside the ring, and I think both guys can go. And I think both guys are I think both guys are really talented and have a lot of talent. And I think both guys are absolutely awesome inside the ring. I remember when Eddie Edwards was with the Wolves. I remember that was really cool. But this match between Trey and Eddie Edwards to kick off Impact Wrestling was really decent. I enjoyed it for what it was. It was a fun match to watch. It was enjoyable. Was it the best match? No, not really, but it kept my attention and it kept me invested, so I liked it for what it was. Trey and Eddie Edwards had a really decent match to kick off the night for Impact Wrestling for the Impact World Championship. This was a really fun match. I enjoyed it for exactly what it was. This match had a lot of intrigue. This match was fun to watch. It was pretty fun. I enjoyed it. The storytelling was there between Trey and Eddie Edwards. The wrestling was there. The storytelling was there between Trey and Eddie Edwards as well. This match was fun, man. I enjoyed it. I thought this was a really decent match between Trey and Eddie Edwards to start off the night for Impact Wrestling for the Impact World Championship. I thought this match was really decent. It was a decent match. It wasn't the best match by no means, but it was decent for what it was. I enjoyed it, and Eddie Edwards ended up picking up the win over Trey, and Eddie Edwards retains his Impact World Championship over Trey in a really decent match. This match was really decent. I mean, I wish these guys could just go full out and have the great match like I know they can. I wish, Impact would let the wrestlers go out there and just go all out, but Impact Wrestling, they're kind of scaling back the competitors. They're kind of scaling back their competitors, and they're not letting them go full like I know they can, which I know Trey and I know Eddie Edwards can go full out because I've seen Eddie Edwards go full out before. And I know this dude can have a great match, and I know Trey can have a great match as well. But this match between Trey and Eddie Edwards was really decent. I enjoyed it for what it was, and it kept my attention. I enjoyed it. And Eddie Edwards ended up picking up the win over Trey, and Eddie Edwards retained his Impact World Championship over Trey in a really decent match. And then the best second match of the night was Deonna Purrazzo and Kimber Lee. This was a really decent one-on-one women's match between Deonna Purrazzo, the Virtuosa, and Kimber Lee. These two women had the second best match of the night on Impact Wrestling. This was a decent match between Deonna Purrazzo and Kimber Lee. This was a really decent match. These women the Impact Wrestling need to let the wrestlers go just have the matches they're capable of having. Impact needs to let their wrestlers go out there and wrestle. Go out there and have great matches. They don't need to hold their wrestlers back, and I feel like that's what Impact Wrestling is doing. I feel like they're holding their wrestlers back, and they're not letting them go out there and have the matches I feel like Impact Wrestling is holding their wrestlers back, and they're not letting their wrestlers have the matches that they could have. And I think that Impact Wrestling needs to let the wrestlers go out there and just have the matches that they're capable of having. But that's one complaint of mine. I feel like Impact Wrestling is holding back their competitors from having the matches that they're capable of having. But this match between Kimberly and Deonna Purrazzo on Impact Wrestling was the second best match of the night. These two women put on a decent match. It wasn't the best match. It was a decent one-on-one women's match on Impact Wrestling. This match was decent. I enjoyed it for what it was. It was just your basic one-on-one women's match. Nothing to really write home about, but it was decent for exactly what it was. And I mean, Deonna Purrazzo is a beast inside the ring, and so is Kimberly. Both women are absolute beasts inside the ring as well. Both women can tell a great wrestling story. These women should be allowed to go out and have better matches than what they're having. Like I say again, Impact Wrestling needs to let the wrestlers go out and have the matches that they're capable of having. But this match between Kimberly and Deonna Purrazzo was really decent. It wasn't the best women's match I've seen on Impact Wrestling. I wish these two were allowed to go out and have the matches that they were capable of having. I wish they would let Deonna Purrazzo go out there and just tear the house down with somebody like a Kimberly, because I believe Kimberly could bring Deonna Purrazzo to a good match. I believe these two women are capable of doing so much more. But this was a decent match between Kimberly and Deonna Purrazzo, the virtuosa. Deonna Purrazzo locks in the Fujiwara armbar and makes Deonna Purrazzo tap due to Deonna Purrazzo locking in the Fujiwara armbar. 1, 2, 3. Deonna Purrazzo picks up the win over Kimberly in a submission due to Deonna Purrazzo locking in the Fujiwara armbar on Kimberly. And then we had Cousin Jake versus Cody Deaner. I don't really understand this. I don't know why they're feuding these two with each other. I really don't understand it. I don't get why they're feuding Cousin Jake with Cody. I don't get what the storyline there is, but I don't know. I don't really get the storyline of why Cousin Jake is feuding with Cody Deaner. I don't get it when they're family. I don't really get that. I don't get the storyline of that. I mean, maybe I missed something. Maybe Cousin Jake turned heel, I guess. I mean, I don't know. I'm confused about this because they're having family feud against family. They're having Cousin Jake take on Cody Deaner when they're family. They're like brothers, and I don't really understand the storyline between the two. I don't really get why they're having family feud with each other. I don't understand the storyline they're telling here between Jake and Cousin Jake and Cody. I don't get it. I don't understand it. I'm really confused by this. And Cousin Jake ended up picking up the win over his brother Cody Deaner on Impact Wrestling, which I don't really understand the storyline there. I don't get why they're feuding. I don't know why they're feuding. So there you go. We just had a basic random one-on-one match between Cousin Jake and Cody Deaner on Impact Wrestling. And then we had AC Romero. We had AC Romero versus Crazy Steve. Another random match. I don't get this. I don't understand this match between AC Romero and Crazy Steve. Another random match that Impact just threw out there. I don't understand this. They're just throwing out random matches. I don't really understand it. I don't get it. I'm confused. I mean, why are you feuding AC Romero with Crazy Steve when AC Romero is in a tag team, but he's feuding with Crazy Steve? I don't understand the disconnect here. I mean, isn't AC Romero supposed to be in a tag team? But why is he feuding with Crazy Steve? I don't get the storyline here. I don't get it. I don't understand that. I mean, there was these two matches had logic gaps. I mean, the logic gap with Cody Deaner and cousin Jake was a logic gap. This match, this match with AC Romero and Crazy Steve was another logic gap, which I don't understand. I don't get why AC Romero is feuding with Crazy Steve when AC Romero is in a tag team and you're feuding him against Crazy Steve. I don't really understand. I don't get it. I mean, but AC Romero ended up picking up the win over Crazy Steve. And then the main event, we had the Good Brothers versus Reno Scum. I don't care about tag team wrestling. Like I said, this is your basic run-of-the-mill tag team match between the Good Brothers and Reno Scum in the main event of Impact Wrestling. This was just your basic ordinary run-of-the-mill tag team match. I didn't care anything for it. I'm not a fan of the Good Brothers. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of Doc Gallows. I'm not a fan of Carl Anderson. I'm sorry, but I'm not a fan of the Good Brothers. I hope they have a successful career in Impact Wrestling. I hope they find their footing over there, but I'm just not a fan of Reno Scum, and I'm not a fan of the Good Brothers. So there you go. This was just your basic run-of-the-mill tag team match with the Good Brothers versus Reno Scum in the main event of Impact Wrestling. And the Good Brothers ended up picking up the win over Reno Scum in the main event of Impact Wrestling. So, if you guys like this Impact Wrestling review, hit that thumbs up. It helps YouTube push out my channel. It helps YouTube show that my channel is valuable to the YouTube community. And if you guys like the channel, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on that bell for all notifications. I would really appreciate that. Guys, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Turn on that bell for all notifications. I would really appreciate that. And yeah, guys, this is my Impact Wrestling review. If there are two things on Impact Wrestling, I would refer to you guys go back and watch. Go back and watch the match between Eddie Edwards and Trey to start off the night on Impact Wrestling for the Impact World Championship, and go back and watch Deonna Purrazzo versus Kimberly in the second best match of the night on Impact Wrestling. Overall, I'm going to give Impact Wrestling a 2 out of 10. The two best matches was Trey versus Eddie Edwards for the Impact World Championship and Deonna Purrazzo versus Kimberly. Those were the two best matches on Impact Wrestling. Everything else was just complete miss. I don't really get the storyline of Impact Wrestling just having random matches. I don't understand. They're just throwing out random matches, which I don't understand the storyline of. I mean, maybe I missed something. Maybe I didn't. I mean, maybe I missed Impact Wrestling last week. Maybe I missed something. I don't. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm not getting it. Maybe you guys can let me know what I missed last week on Impact Wrestling down in the comment section below of why we're having these random matches on Impact Wrestling. Maybe you guys can let me know. I don't understand it. But anyway, guys, thank you guys for watching this Impact Wrestling review. Thank you guys for your continuing overwhelming love and support of my channel. It really does mean a lot to me. I love you guys. I hope you guys are having a blessed Wednesday morning. I hope you guys continue to stay safe, stay healthy, and remember, guys, look after each other, because that's what's important right now, guys. Just be there for each other, look after each other, and stay healthy, guys. But thank you guys for your overwhelming love and support of my channel. Thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate it, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart. So thank you guys so much for that. And guys, I just want to say thank you guys for watching my videos, for commenting on my videos, just for everything you've done for me. I really do appreciate it. I love you guys. Thank you guys so much. So anyway, guys, this has been my Impact Wrestling review. Hope you guys have a blessed Wednesday, and I will see you guys back here tonight for my NXT and AEW reviews. And until then, you guys have a lovely, lovely day, and I will see you guys back here tonight for the AEW and NXT reviews. And until then, I'll see you guys back here. I'll see you guys back here at 8 o'clock. And you guys have a good day. I am out. Much love.